Hey, Eric Hamadi here with the Tribe. I want to give you a quick overview about our agency, what we're about, and the type of people we work with. So our motto is by agents for agents. Our vision is to have a tribe of men and women with bigger bank accounts and making a bigger impact than any agents in the entire history of the insurance industry. When you think about market disruptors, right, like the way Netflix upended Blockbuster, right, or Airbnb has upended the hotel and hospitality industry, or Uber and Lyft, how they upended the taxi industry. That's I think it's Mark Cuban that says that anytime he looks at trying to disrupt an industry, he tries to look at what the market is doing and then do the exact opposite, right? And that's what the Tribe is all about. It's basically just what has the industry been doing for years with agents, and how can we do the exact opposite? So that's why we're known as basically the insurance disruptor. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is just go through a couple of comparisons, right? So in the world of insurance marketing organizations, or IMOs, or BGAs, broker general agents, however you want to call it, when it comes to compensation, you know, I personally started out in the insurance business when I was 27 with a company selling cancer and heart and accident and small life insurance policies, literally door to door on 30% commission. With no leads, literally in neighborhoods. Okay, and I know that sounds crazy, but that's literally what we did back in the day. I would literally draw a map of the neighborhood and go from house to house, meeting people and talking about cancer, talking about heart attacks, talking about accidents, and seeing if there was a need for our insurance, right? And then after 17 years working with that organization, I'd gotten all the way up to an 81% compensation. That was the highest I'd ever gotten in 17 years. Some companies I'd heard of paying 100, 110%, maybe at the very top, right? But I had never gotten close to that. What we do is our agents, all of our agents, whether you don't have a license, you just got a license, you've been, you're selling for a minute, we start at 100% commission. Okay. If you have higher comp than that already and you want to come over here, we'll beat it. Okay. So just bring it and let us see what you have, and we'll do better. Okay. If we can't, then no need to work with us. Right. Our team leaders, when you get ready to be a team leader, we start our team leaders at 120. And so that gives them cushion to run their business, and it still gives us cushion to run our business and support everyone. So it's a really good model. And we max our compensation out at an unheard of 145%. So we're paid directly by the carriers. So you don't get paid from us. That's directly from the carriers we work with. When it comes to renewals, at my old company, you had to work there for 5 years before you were vested in your renewals. So if you left, like let's say even before 2 years, you were 0% vested where I came from. So somebody could literally work there for a year, year and a half, 19, 20, 22, 23 months and say, hey, I'm out of here. I want to change a profession. And all of their residuals, all of their renewals would go to the agency builders and managers above them. Here, we're vested from day one. Okay. Average agent income in the industry, and you can Google this, $43,000. Okay. And also according to Google and Glassdoor, our average agent income is $174,000. It's a big difference. Training, everyone else, you're trained by people who haven't been in the field in years, maybe at all, or you pay to get trained. You show up at conventions where they charge you money, right, to see a speaker, and you may even have to pay, weekly, monthly, or annual fees just to participate or have access to your system. Okay, with us, only 20 to 40,000, 60,000, 80,000. If you're not selling at least 20,000, issuing 20,000 a month of issued volume, we don't let you train. Okay, all the trainings are free, and they're done by people who are actually in the field, actually doing the business, right? So you're getting good stuff. And we do free regional trainings, national conventions. We've never charged anything for trainings. As far as leads, right? Most other companies, if they have leads at all, where I came from, we didn't even have leads. So it was like knock on doors and get referrals, right? And hit up your friends and family and become that guy at Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, right? But here, what we do is we work with over a dozen different lead vendors. We have tons of exclusive leads for our agents who are hungry to write business. We even have mechanisms to teach you how to generate leads the same way that we do. It's very cool. The whole point is the number one reason that agents fail is they can't get in front of enough people, and that's the number one thing that we try to solve here. In terms of independent, right? Other agencies or IMOs will tell you that you're independent, but then ask you not to work with other companies. Hey, you got to put all your carriers with us, right? Or hold your contract hostage if you try to leave, right? With us, there's no contract signed. We have a open release policy. If it's not working out for you and you want to go somewhere else, it's no big deal. Okay, and initiation fees, right? With everyone else, you may end up paying an initiation fee or paying a participation fee or a platform fee. With us, 0 fees to access all of our assets. So it's a very different flavor than everybody else. Now, when it comes to the products that we offer, right? We basically are in 4 different quadrants. So one quadrant, final expense. That's generally people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s that maybe just quit their job, realize they have no permanent life insurance outside of their work policy, and need to put something in place. So these are small whole life policies, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40,000 policies that they can never outlive, and that 100% will be there to pay off whenever they pass away, so that their relatives aren't holding the bag. Okay. Second category is mortgage protection. So we do a lot of mortgage protection. That's not mortgage insurance where the bank is the beneficiary, but mortgage protection where the homeowner is the beneficiary, right? And no matter how much they pay down their house, whenever they pass away, they get the full death benefit. And if they go through something like cancer or a heart problem or an accident or they're disabled, the insurance will actually make their mortgage payments for them and kick in even while they're still alive, right? And if they never end up using the insurance, they get 100% of their money back. Some clients are really clever and plan to get their money back, let's say 7, 8, 9, 10 years before their mortgage runs out, and then take that return of premium and pay their house off 5, 10 years early. So it's a really, really cool tool. A lot of clients want to hear about that. Third quadrant is advanced market sales. So this is things like protecting the assets that you've built using fixed indexed annuities, or building a retirement if you don't have one using an index, universal life policy, right? We also do some infinite banking with participating whole life policies. A lot of cool things in advanced markets. And then we also do Medicare supplements. So, by law, when you turn 65, you have to enroll in Medicare, and we're there to help our clients do that. And it's a great lead program and gets us in more conversations with more people of that age. So the different carriers that we work with, all household names, so I'm sure you've heard of Mutual of Omaha, American Amicable, AIG, Prosperity, Hancock, Foresters, Transamerica, Americo. So bottom line is all of the carriers that we work with, right, you get paid directly from them, and with almost all of them, we're their number one distribution channel. Okay, Mutual of Omaha number one, Americo number one, Hancock number one. So, and I could go on and on there. So now let's talk about the types of leads that we offer. Okay, so we do Facebook final expense leads, which is very popular, and a lot of leads on Facebook. So whether it's final expense, mortgage protection, veteran leads, Apple Watch leads, all kinds of different leads, and those are usually $15, $20, $25 a piece. Okay. Direct mail is also super popular. Many people say that's the most effective or highest intent lead that you can get, although it is kind of a shrinking lead source. But we use buy per lead programs. So we have a couple of vendors where you can literally sign up, say, hey, I want this county, and they'll generate anywhere from 0 up to 10 leads a week, and you just pay for the leads that you get. Those are $30 to $60 a piece, right? We also have mail drops, which is like we'll say, hey, here's a county, and you just pay for, here's $400, $500, $600 for 1,000 mailers mailed to our target demographic. You drop them, and then whatever leads that come back are 100% yours, and you don't pay anything for the leads because you paid for the mail drop, right? And then finally, we have internet leads, which are basically generated off of people filling out forms online. So maybe they'll go to lifeinsurancequotes.com, right? Or terminsurancenow.com, things like that. And they'll fill out quotes and say, hey, I'm this old, I have this many kids, I smoke, I don't smoke, whatever the case may be. I'm looking for $100,000 worth of term insurance or whatever, right? And those range anywhere from $1 up to maybe $9, $10, $11 for brand spanking new leads in our system. And we have many, many others. These are just like the 4 main categories, okay? Our compensation plan is simple. Like I told you before, we start everyone at 100%. So unless you have already higher comp than that, in which case we'll beat it. But the way that we move up, we put all this in writing so it's super clear, right? As a personal producer, you can go all the way up to 130% commission without ever recruiting anybody or building any kind of team at all. Okay, and so and that's pretty much unheard of. If you are a team builder, you can build all the way up to 145% based on your team's monthly volume. All these numbers are monthly volume, and the way we measure it is that you do the volume 2 months in a row. So it's not some kind of fluke or you close some huge annuity or something like that, but it's actually, hey, your business is running at this run rate, and you get the comp. And once you get the comp and you move up, you don't move back down. So it's a really cool system. Our agents love it because it's predictable, and you don't have to play politics or argue about, oh, do I deserve this now, or whatever the case may be. I'm just remembering conversations I've been in my career, and you just don't have to deal with that here. So the best thing about us too is that the way we stitch our agents together around the country. So in the tribe, we have agents literally from California to Maine to Florida to Seattle, right? And I'm still looking for an agent in Alaska, right? We do have agents that work in Hawaii even. So for that matter, we have agents that work in South America to stay in the same time zones, and they do all their business over the phone. So it's actually pretty far flung. So how do we keep agents like that together? We have a Facebook group. So there's a tribe group on Facebook. We have a Slack group that we use for instant messaging. We've got like a few thousand people in there. We've got our next level training webinars that we post every Friday. So where you can connect with top producers throughout the country, learn their secrets. You can watch agents dial live on Facebook and on different Zoom rooms where you can literally watch them go through, getting objections, how they handle them, does it work, does it not work, et cetera, right? And you can see, oh, these are people just like me figuring it out, right? And the bottom line is we want to create a positive environment that's conducive for success for all the agents. So whether you live in a remote area and you can't get around people, or whether you live in a metropolitan area and you can go to an office every day, because we're approaching now, I think, 200 offices around the country, brick and mortar offices. But regardless, you should be able to have access to the same agent experience, and that's what we really tried to create here. So basically, that's kind of the overview, the good, bad, and ugly, right? At this point, you probably find yourself in one of three categories. So A, you're an A person, I'm all in, right? Sounds great to me. It's a no-brainer. Send me the contracting paperwork. I'm already licensed. Let's go, right? Or you're a B person. Hey, I think I'm in, but I still have some questions, right? So that's no problem. We'll answer whatever questions you want. So like questions like, hey, can I do this part-time? Hey, can I sell exclusively over the phone? Hey, can I still go out and meet people in person, right? Hey, can I follow somebody in the field for a day so I can see what it's like, right? Hey, is there personalized training that I can get access to? All those different things, we can answer those, right? Or you're a C person, which is basically see you later, right? Like, wasn't for me, thanks for your time, you're cool, I'm cool, let's just move on about our separate ways, right? And that's fine. We're not a fit for everybody. But we are a perfect fit for the people we're a perfect fit for, and that's what we're looking for, right? So if you're licensed, we can have a conversation about your contract. If you're not licensed, we will pay for your course, okay? So all you have to pay for are the state fees, so which usually work out to be $100, $150 depending on what state that you're in, and we can walk you through that process as well. So again, Eric Hamadi with the Tribe, and I appreciate your time today.